Hi everyone. So this week we're going to be learning about the letter D, and D says D, D, D. And also we're going to learn the words to and do. So right now I'm going to show you how to make the letter D on the lines correctly. We've got the ceiling and the basement and the dotted line. So when you make a capital D, you go from the ceiling down to the basement, ribbit back up to the ceiling, and you make one really big lump all the way from the top all the way to the bottom like that. And that's a capital D. So you go down, ribbit, back to the top, one really big lump going like that. Now lowercase d is the tricky one, and this is the one where I want you to make me a promise. So I want you to promise me that every time you make a lowercase d, that you'll make the letter C first. Not the line first, but the letter C first. And I'll show you what I mean. If you make the letter C first, you're never gonna make the D the wrong way, okay? So watch. If you make the letter C first, see how I made the letter C? I'll start at the dotted line, go to the bottom line, and then you jump up to the ceiling and make a straight line coming down that closes up the C and turns it into a D. If you make the line first, then sometimes you're like, oh, I forgot which way D goes, and then you might make a B on accident. So whenever you're wanting to make D, you make a C first and then the line, okay? Make a C first and then the line. Do not make the line first. Make the C first and then the line, okay? Sometimes if you make the line first, look, then you're like, oh wait, which way does it go again? I forgot. Mom, Dad, which way does it go? Right? So instead of, don't make the line first. You make the C first and then the line, and you'll never make your lump going the wrong way, okay? All right, now we're going to write a sentence, and we're going to try to use the word to and the word do. Let's see, how about I like to do my work? Yeah. I make a space. Like, now that's been a sight word before. L-I-K-E. I space, like, space, to. That's one of our sight words. To, space, do. C first, and then the line, D-O is do. I like to do, space, my, that's been a sight word also. So far, every word that I've written is a sight word. So we should know all these. I is a sight word, like is a sight word, to, do, my. I like to do my. Last word is not a sight word. So that means we have to sound it out. So we're gonna make a space and write the word work, W. W. That's a W. W. Er. I know it sounds like it's just an R, but there's really an O first. If you don't hear the O and you just write R, I'm okay with that. Work. That's a K. Straight line down, in and out like that. I like to do my work. Period. Now, let's write one more sentence trying to use to and do. I'll start it with do, so it's going to be a question. Do you like to do work? How about that? Do, capital D, because it's the beginning of a sentence, D-O. Do, make a space, you. Now that's been a sight word. Y-O-U. Do you, space, like, that's been a sight word. Do you like to do C first, and then the line D-O. Do you like to do, space, work? It's the same word. W. I know we don't hear the O, but it's there. Work. Now, I cannot end this with a period because it's not a regular sentence, it's a question. Do you like to do work? It's asking a question, so I need a question mark. Question mark is a backward C, a little line, and then the dot.